Hey there, it's Chris back with another keyboard video, and today we're building the Owlab Spring. Okay, so getting straight into it, the keyboard ships in this very nice hardshell case. In the top portion of the case we have our plates, accessories, and PCB. Within the accessories box we have all of our pieces including rubber feet, a daughter board and silicone diffusers, rubber rings, screws, some screwdrivers, and the Owlab stabilizers. We also have the plates, and in my case I went for both aluminum and polycarbonate since I couldn't choose between the two initially and wanted to test out both. And finally we have a beautifully intricately detailed PCB with those flex cuts and leaf spring mounting points which gives this keyboard its namesake. We also have some foam pieces for the PCB and case. Alright, moving that aside, let's now take a look at the keyboard. The colorway I chose here is the cream version because I thought it'd pair perfectly with GMK Cafe, and no surprise here, it definitely does. The case is super hefty and premium feeling with excellent machining and anodization. The rose gold brass weight on the back is absolutely gorgeous, but we'll save the peel for later. Okay, so building the keyboard. First, let's bring in my little keyboard assembly toolbox, which contains everything I use for assembling keyboards. So you'll see in the footage here that I attempted to wholly mod these stabilizers at first, similar to what I do for Durock stabs. But these stabilizers do seem to have a tighter tolerance, so the wholly modding actually causes stabs to bind a little and get stuck, so I ended up removing it. I ended up simply opting to just lube these stabs with some 205G0 and later using a syringe to add just a little bit more lube. The spring does come with some stabilizer pads which I used underneath each stab. I did opt to use all foams for this keyboard because I am unapologetically a fan of muted foamy sound signatures. The board itself also comes with these unique little rubber pads that go underneath the stabilizer wire, and as to whether or not this actually makes a difference, I can't say, but I decided to include it anyway. Okay, so for pre-assembly, I did use one of each plate material, polycarbonate on the left and aluminum on the right. While not a true representation of the sound signature, I just threw on the top case and some switches to get an idea of what each would sound like on this board. In the end, I ended up opting for the Novelkeys Creams on the polycarbonate plate because it had a deeper thought that I was going for. The plates also include some interesting stickers, which I guess are meant to hide the plate from view a little bit more with keycaps on, although in this case I am using a lighter themed keycap set anyways, so it probably wouldn't have needed it. With the switches and plate installed, I then connected the daughter board to the PCB. This part was definitely a little bit tricky, but with a little trial and error, you'll eventually get it. Finally, I installed the rubber pieces for the leaf spring mount, the LED diffuser, the case feet, and of course, peeled off that back piece plastic film. So here is the Owlab Spring in the cream colorway built with a polycarbonate plate, lubed, filmed, and mechanically broken in Novelkeys Cream Switches, topped off with GMK Cafe and a GMK bred Rama Artisan. Time for the sound test.